Roll call, please.
Kennegeeser,
Here.
Marks, Richard,
Here.
King, Seaver, Graves,
Here.
Shelby.
Here.
Item number 2, petitions from the audience. Seeing none. Item number 3, discuss possibly approve the minutes of the September 28, 2020 regular meeting, which you have in your packet there.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion been made to approve.
I'll second.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Park, Frank's not here. You have a park, you want to report on the park?
I'm not sure I can report on the park, but I can take any questions you might have. I know that we've got an overabundance of ducks at the park, and we've had several complaints about that, and we're taking the proper steps to call the guy to come round up ducks so he can relocate some ducks. So we have several families of ducks there that have been brewing for a long time, and we need to kind of thin them out. So that's one of the things. The Bobby Buck Park, the equipment, the playground equipment that we have ordered for Bobby Buck Park. We expect it to be in sometime sometime in November, and we can then begin to get that installed there at Bobby Buck Park. I don't have, as far as cemetery goes, I drove out there today just to look at the drainage, and the processes that we went through are working. We still have some room for a little improvement there, but our processes are working there. So over the next few days, it's supposed to keep raining, clear through Thursday. So maybe we'll have some other opportunities. So, y'all have questions for me regarding parks?
I just have one on the cemetery. You know, when the Taylor family was here,
Yes.
has Frank or somebody from the city got back to them, and they know that we've already worked on this and the process is working?
Yes.
And they're fine? They're good
Yes.
now? Okay.
Yes, they're very appreciative and very thankful. For
Great, thank you, sir.
the work that we've done there.
Okay.
We have, we've done some work on repositioning some stones, also doing some drainage work, also bring some dirt and some soil in, and then, sowing grass seed over the top. So we have tended to that, and we'll continue to tend to it as we have need.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor.
Golf course report. Dennis is not here, but he sent a report for us. As you can see from that, the finances are very good right at the moment. This week's not going to help, but anybody have any questions about that? Then that second page is just information on what they do. This is just what their 1 week meeting, their meeting of the 19th, what their plans were for everybody, and then
I just have a question. I'm not sure on like that number 3 project, fix water leaks on those 1, 2, 3, about 4 different, I guess those are the greens, huh? On number 3,
yeah,
fix the water leaks. What, those are on greens, correct?
yeah, it looks like they were all around the greens. That 1 at 11 is the city line a big 6-inch city line. They're having to get, Dennis is having to get parts for, and that's been leaking for quite a while, and they just haven't been able to fix that, so we had to go get some new parts, and now, they'll get that fixed as soon as it gets here, and the rest of them are 17, 15, and 1 are basically just a head around there that's leaking, or one of the saddles leaking something.
Is it like from an irrigation head or something?
Part of the
like that?
irrigation system, that's all
We get
irrigation
little
system.
muscles stuck in the water
Those-
system. so
Okay,
it Doesn't let it seat sometimes.
yeah, so we still have a problem with those little critters.
Correct.
Okay,
That's pretty much it. Until they get rid of that zebra mussels, we'll have that problem, I think, forever. Occasionally.
kill 'em. That number 10, kill the mole, has he made a lot of,
It's been active this year.
Yeah.
But, we've taken care of those, yes.
great, great. I guess congratulations is in order. I mean, last time I don't think we knew that that you filled one of the positions, so are you, maybe you might address that we filled the positions?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's on the agenda.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
And then item number 19, Southern Hills has a piece of equipment that was brand new last summer, and I think it's like $300,000 piece of equipment or something like that, that cuts the roots, tree roots around the greens and around the different places, so they're at the edge of the fairways, so Dennis, and the guy told him, he says, you know, if you wanna borrow that, come borrow, that's a little scary, but
It sure is, if it costs $300,000.
scary about that money, that
Does that come with, you have to sign something to say
very important,
it breaks?
expensive piece of equipment, but Southern Hills said we could come borrow it, so I think Dennis is gonna do that, and we'll do some, work on tree roots.
That's a benefit relationship that our pro has with other courses and with other.
Yes,
Well, especially if it's Southern Hills, that's pretty awesome.
yeah, you know it's good equipment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Any news on what happened with the cups, and did everybody, did the members okay with the final outcome with the Yeti cups?
Well, that's,
whatever?
yeah, everybody passed that, and everybody that I've talked to didn't have a problem with it. You know, I don't know if we've started that yet, or we're gonna start that with the new,
Come,
when
what,
we
March
put,
or
next
whatever?
spring, when we put out the membership packets again.
Good. Just didn't know if there was any news.
People I've talked to didn't have a problem with it.
It's awesome.
We'll be cutting trees again this winter.
Have we already shut down the restrooms, done all that, and they've been winterized, and, okay. Fixed bridge on number 7 Creek.
That's the walk across bridge that keeps floating away when it floods. We just have to reposition it.
Okay. Didn't think it'd be finished by the end, okay.
And the other thing is that the ODOT is gonna rebuild the 2 bridges there on the road that goes in front of the golf course. So Dennis had a meeting with them, and he's posted this notice, have to have that notice posted for 30 days. It's posted out there. They're gonna rebuild these bridges, but it's not gonna happen till 2025. But they have to get started that far in advance, I guess, and from reading this, it looks like they gotta get with the Corps of Engineers and do something, cause they're gonna encroach on the property there a little bit, I guess, for either permanently or for a while, but, so. But
So
that's,
does that mean you don't think they're closing the road?
if that's what?
They're not closing the road, they're gonna have a detour around the bridge?
That's possible, yeah. So they may have to come into our property a while to get around while they're rebuilding the bridge. Cause I don't know it's only a one-lane bridge to start with, so they couldn't cut half of it off and still get across there, so they're probably gonna have to do that. I noticed they were working on some trees, the other day when I was out there.
They could always send them, instead of taking a curve, go straight, or a little jag there and go back to the cement plant and come up and go over an aisle and come back up if they need be.
The reason I'm asking is that can be a pretty big detriment. I mean, that can impact your revenue stream if it's hard to get in there. I just didn't know what their plan, that would be worth us knowing, what are their plans for continuing to provide access to the course. I realize it's 2025, but
I assume they're gonna leave the road open. But when I read this where they were gonna have to talk to Corps engineers, I figured they were gonna have to bypass those by coming over onto the Corps property to do that, so.
well, does anybody know what they ended up doing with Pensacola Dam?
End up doing with what?
The Pensacola Dam that they're resurfacing. I don't know if they've started it yet.
They've started it, they've
Did they-
closed everything,
Yeah, it's
Close the
closed.
entire,
as far as I know.
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. If they close everything, we need to get in front of it some way and figure out so they don't shut access down. to the
well,
court.
Pensacola Dam's a little different than these two little bridges
Yeah.
are.
I recognize
They can
that,
still
but
bypass those and make it happen, but, and where the dam was a little more of a problem for them, yeah.
But I think what you're probably talking about with the dam, you're gonna have to figure out a way across it. If you're replacing it, you're gonna have to come up with something. Anyway, just something to think about.
Any question, any other question about Dennis's report? Discuss possibly recommend council action regarding seeking bids for fairway mower, greens aerifier, fairway aerifier, and equipment lift. For these, the fairway mower, the greens aerifier, and the fairway aerifier are in the budget for this year, is that correct, Mayor?
correct.
The only thing that's not is the equipment lift. That's been placed on there for, the plan originally was to buy one of those and put it in when we got the new building, but that may be in the year 2090 or something like that. So,
Something up.
and because it's pretty much a safety item, he went ahead and put this on there to see, at least to get some prices, to see where we had to go with that.
Do we have any idea how much, how much does he have allocated in his budget on these items?
Can you answer that, Mayor? I don't know what's in the budget for that.
So, stand by here. I anticipated y'all might be asking a question such as that. That's in the capital outlay portion of it, so, bear with this. In the golf portion of the capital outlay item, there's $190,000 that is budgeted for golf equipment. That's an estimate, and it's high. Doubt very seriously we're gonna use $190,000. I anticipate we may, with all, if he buys all that equipment, it might be some in the neighborhood of 60. That's a good
So
time to buy right now. So that's the reason why you waited until this time to get quotes.
So we need to find out how much this stuff costs so we can see if we can get it or not.
Yes, sir.
So that's the idea. That's the reason for getting the quotes to see, getting bids to see where we're at. entertain a motion on item number 6.
Make a motion to seek bids for fairway mower, greens aerifier, fairway aerifier, and equipment lift.
And it is bids, and should we put in with that, that those bids are sealed bids?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking from what I've been reading, that when you have bids, especially for the city, that public entity, that they should be sealed bids. Do you have that understanding, Mayor, or?
They don't have to be sealed bids. You can request sealed bids. There's no reason not to request sealed bids.
No reason not to.
A lot of times a company,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of times a company will, they'll give a bid over the phone.
Yeah.
They'll give a bid over the phone. But, if the city, if this body would like to have sealed bids, they should ask for sealed bids. But that needs to be specified at the outset. So it doesn't need to be, doesn't need to be talked about later. If that's what this body would like to do, is have sealed bids, request sealed bids, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, that's not a problem to get sealed bids. Probably all come in through the mail anyway, so they'll be sealed.
Sometimes they come in through email. Sometimes they'll be given a phone bid. And, request sealed bid, there's nothing wrong with requesting sealed.
Right. Yeah, no problem, don't have a problem with that. If you want to add that to that, we request sealed bids.
You need to make a motion to amend that item to request sealed.
Okay,
I make a motion to amend
sealed bids
that we put, that we receive sealed bids for
for the 4 items.
the 4 items.
Okay,
Motion-
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded that we accept sealed bids for the items, the fairway mower, greens aerifier, fairway aerifier, and the equipment lift. Discussion?
You know, to the point of sealed bids, I think it also drives as part of the process, we need to make sure we've got a formal bid specifications, so that we specify on the bid request for bid, and we specify what the requirements are to meet that bid. So that goes along with it in case it's not obvious. It's just something that we have.
Yeah, he'll put specs on it when he sends them out, yeah.
That's an assumption, and some of this equipment he has been, correct me if I'm wrong, some of this equipment he has been demoing. He's been demoing some of this equipment to try to determine what might be appropriate. And so now he's ready to, go and get bids, because he has made a decision about what is appropriate.
And the only reason I
So
bring,
he knows that information.
okay, and the only reason I bring it up, and I think you were asking a question earlier about, I think in these bid processes, it's, sometimes you find that those suppliers will help you write your bid package, which is really not a good idea, because we know that's where an opportunity exists for them to put specifications in the bid package that only they can meet. So that's why we want to make sure when we go through this process that these are our specifications, that Dennis would put those specifications together in the package. And just keeps it, and it's important, I think this will provide more confidence in the process by the suppliers who know everybody's, this is the way it operates, that's the process. That's what I'll bring that up for, specifications. We want to make sure we get those defined before we send out the packet.
Other discussion? Call for the vote?
Kenny Geeser,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes,
Graves,
Yes,
Yes.
Shelby.
Item number 7, discuss possibly recommend council action regarding hiring Scott Demerick to fill the budgeted equipment manager position at the Pryor Creek Golf Course at a range T, step 1, annual wage $32,240, effective November 4th, 2020. Scott, would you stand up and introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Scott Demerick. I work on the pieces of equipment that most of you all ride. You see us out there on. I work on the golf carts, fairway mowers, greens mowers, it doesn't matter. And then I also do various other jobs, work on sprinklers, any type of leaks, mow brush, whatever it takes. I've been a resident here born and raised here. Grew up here, went to Roosevelt School, just not too far from here. Graduated high school here. Served in the United States Army for 3 years. And then been hanging around. So, been everywhere from a production manager, production superintendent, to, just taking care of little things now. So, anyway, that's who I am. I'm pretty much a straight shooter, pretty straightforward, but enjoy working out there. So it means a lot when you got a person that works out there that actually plays golf a little bit to help that golf course just a little bit more.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
I'd entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion's been made by Pat,
I'll second.
seconded by Keith. Discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I might like to add that, that Mr. Bowman did go through the process of posting the job, went through the process of doing interviews, and, so he did go through all of those processes, appropriately.
Yes, Dennis, that it was posted and it was put in the papers, and Dennis interviewed all the applicants last week and made his decision, so. Roll call?
Who besides Dennis was actually interviewed?
Hmm?
Was it just Dennis that interviewed the applicants? Okay.
Roll call.
Richard,
Yes.
Graves,
Yes,
Shelby,
Yes.
Cannageeser.
Yes. Item number 8, discuss possibly recommend council action regarding hiring Alan Knoll to fill the budgeted assistant golf superintendent, Pryor Creek Golf Course, range S, step 1, annual wage $34,882, effective November 4, 2020. Alan?
Hi everyone, I'm Alan Knoll. I've been with the golf course now for almost 5 years, and I started not really knowing much about the golf course, but through my 5 years now, I've learned quite a bit. The only thing I don't have right now is a spraying license, which I'll be obtaining, obviously. But everything else I've learned, I do daily. Like Scott, I'm an avid golfer, so I look at the course a lot differently than most people might. I approach it as how I would want the course to be if I were playing that course as a visitor. I understand the importance of providing a good product. You want those people to come back, not just the people that are members, but especially the people that come to visit, which this unfortunate virus has given us an opportunity to bring a lot of people that don't normally come to our golf course there, and we see a lot of them coming back, which is a good sign. I come out of the electronics industry, actually. That was my career for many, many years on the West Coast, and I recently returned here to take care of my mother before she passed away. And so I decided to stay, and I enjoy working outside, so this is a great opportunity to do that and also
Thank you. I entertain a motion on item number 8.
I'll make the motion.
Motion's been made by Pat,
I'll second.
seconded by Chris. Discussion?
No discussion, but of course, I'm an avid golfer too, and I've been out to the golf course a lot, and I know how hard these two gentlemen work. There's no doubt about it. They're passionate about their work, they're passionate about golf, so I think we're fortunate to have those kind of gentlemen with us.
Thank you, Pat. Roll call, please.
Graves,
Yes,
Shelby,
Yes.
Cannageeser,
Yes.
Richard.
Yes.
Item number 9, action items, which is, we don't have anything listed. Item number 10, unforeseeable business. Item number 11, I would entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion's been made,
I'll second it.
seconded.
Thank you, Pat.
Bet?
All in favor?
Aye.
We may have set a new record.
I
know.
believe we did.